Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to NVision Self. Today's topic is going to be emotional. It's going to be not only focused on just your mindset, but it's going to be focused on leadership and business, or leadership in business, or business and leadership. So however you like to dice it and slice it. Today we want to talk about ethics. And we could take 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 shows about it. So let's try to compact that into the time that we have. Let's talk about ethics in business and what these ethics are. Nowadays, it feels like there is no ethics in the business that we do. Let's take a look at one of the worst, I think, offenders is the industry that is geared toward the younger audience, geared toward children. The way that the commercials are, the way that certain industry that are geared toward children, the way they sell. So what we're targeting as businesses, we're targeting the youngest audience because they cannot differentiate between a product that is good and a product that is pretending to be good. Versus the adults who could take a look and go, wow, this product is actually pretty good. Well, this is trash, right? So I'm going to go from, let's say, from my mountain, the martial arts industry. And I could talk about the entertainment industry also. I mean, I've ran laser tag facilities. I've run children's centers. So I see how the commercials are being pushed and what things are being pushed towards it. So I think I have a foot or feet to stand on. So one of the things in the martial art industry we do as birthdays, or we do these things that are called Parents' Night Out, which are very cool. And a lot of places are starting to do that, the gymnastics gyms and etc., where you drop off your kids have fun for 3 to 4 hours, and then you pick them up, and that's all she wrote. So one of the things that I personally always did not like to do is to sell to children, as we are being told to hype up the certain event so the children will get excited, and then they go and they harass their parents. Please let me go, please let me go, please let me go. And then the actual event is not very good. It's not very thought out, or you're following a basic set of rules or things that are written by people that have no understanding what now younger generation are considered fun, or what is fun for kids. But hey, it's a theory, right? So it has to work. Problem with theories and actually being in there and rolling up these bad boys, right? So I decided to run a test, because in the end of the day, I want to test if my theory actually works, right? What a novel concept to take a look at what you're thinking about actually is going to work. So in my own business, in NVision Martial Arts, I've so far ran 2 Parents' Night Out. And it's a very interesting how both of them turned out to be. So the first Parent Night Out that we ran was, I believe, in February. Yes, it was in February, and it was just a Parents' Night Out. It was no theme, nothing. I said, hey, we're going to have this from this time to this time. You guys are going to have some fun. We're going to get to eat pizza, watch a movie, and things like that. And the kids were like, all right, this is cool. And the parents kind of looking like, all right, that's pretty cool. I get to drop off the kids. I had a total of 4 participants. And then, of course, my own kids came to have a little bit of fun. So 4 participants that actually, invested into this event. All right, cool. I kind of took a look at it. I was like, all right, this is how it goes when I'm actually just offering a product that I could be excited about. But at the same time, I'm not trying to push it on the kids, trying not to get them overhyped, because I didn't really know what we're going to do there. I knew we're going to have some fun. And the kids had fun. However, the second event that we just had, so I only allow a number of participants in every event. In my particular location, it's 25. We can house 40, but then it'll be like sardines packed very tightly. And I'm a big believer in quality over quantity. So this event, and I've saw it a while back, and a couple of schools do it, and it's called the Nerf War, where you get to bring your Nerf guns, bows, whatever they are. And the kids just have fun. They just run around, and they're using their Nerf guns against each other. So I decided to say, this actually looks and it sounds like fun and something I personally, as an employee, my own employee, would enjoy doing. And I can open this up to everybody, the teenagers, the adults if they want to, the kids. I just need to make an entry age, because you can't have a 5-year-old, running around with a Nerf gun. It's just bigger than he or she is. Did I make a big push for it? Well, I did a video where I had a Nerf gun and I talked about it to let the people know we're having it. Not once did I bring props to the floor. I just told the kids because I was excited, and to the parents, and I said, hey guys, we're having this. This is going to be fun. It is going to be safe. We're going to build castles. We're going to have boxes. We're going to have this. We're going to have that. And it wasn't even the kids that were excited. The parents were excited because they looked at it and they said, hey, this is something my child will enjoy. And my numbers went from 4 to 19. There were a couple of people that were wanting to come, they just couldn't make it. And then the other people who had very young siblings that just couldn't make it to this event. So we had almost a packed house, because I've promoted and I've thought about the product that I'm going to promote very ethically. I wasn't trying to get kids excited over something that didn't have quality. Did I end up spending more money on the front end? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. But in the end of the day, just seeing how everybody was having fun and how more inclined they are to say, like, this is quality. What will the next one be? Will it be just as good? And it will be. I can't say what it is right now because we're kind of keeping it under wraps, but it's going to be just as fun. So once again, ethically speaking, if you're trying to market to the kids, at least market a product that is quality. There is so many products that we buy. I and my wife personally buy for our kids that are targeted toward them, and my kids go, wow, this is so cool. Can we have it? And then we pick it up and it's trash. It's total crap. But you know how hard it is to say no to your child? And some of you parents can talk about, well, it's not that hard to say no. Well, I think about certain times you say no and how you say no and how much impact it's going to have on your child. And we could have a conversation about that later. So when we're talking about ethics and we're talking about things of that nature, let's start pushing a little more forward. Let's go past just talking about the children, and let's talk about ethics in business. Because currently, as I said and I stated, there's not a lot. The way we treat our employees, the way our employees then in turn treat our customers. I remember not being treated well as an employee a long time ago. I was 17, 18, or 19, something like that. And in turn, because there was no ethics in business, it was very hard for me to be responsible toward a customer. Because why should I care, right? My leaders were not being ethical, so why should I? Right? It's very hard to break away. And the times when I grew, let's say, emotionally, and I grew as what I believe a better human being, what happens then, you get this conflicted interest, because as a business, you want to make money, and as much money as you can, right? But then you have an employee who's ethical and goes, that's not right, you can't do that. And it's a good employee, right? And you have this. Let me be the first one to tell you, you could have ethic and sympathy and empathy, and you could have a very successful business, Costco, or look at Gary Vee, who understands what ethics are. You could take a look at Simon Sinek, who understands what ethics are. Nothing in our society lasts without ethics. Everything is built on them when we're starting off. We could always look at history. We could take a look at every nation or every empire. Everything from Persia to Rome to Byzantium to the Ottoman Empire. Everything started with the core ethics. And when those ethics change, meaning they go from, you understand respect, you understand how to be nice to people, you understand how to care for somebody, and they change toward something of greed and rulership and might makes right type of deal. Or as nowadays, we don't really say might made right. We say, I'm the business owner, so I know better because, I guess because I started the business, right? So I know better, right? And what happens to those empires once ethics are out of the question? They crumble, they fall, they collapse, and they become nothing but remnants of themselves, right? Or echoes or shadows or anything you'd like to call. Nowadays, I can guarantee you this will happen with many businesses. And it won't happen with my generation. My generation right now is slowly starting to go, this is not right. Most of, I believe, my generation, which is, I guess, early 30s to 40s, is either beaten or they're getting cancers from being stressed, overworked, and etc. Or they're a little bit more, they stand up for themselves and they go like, no, I'm going to go open my own business. I'm going to go find a better company. However, the generation that's right after us, the 20, I guess what you're looking at is 18 and up to about 29, they're the ones that are going, we're not putting up with this unethical crap. We don't need it. We're going to open our own things. We have technology that can help us do those things. Now, the generation after that, the generation of our children, they're the ones that are going to say, you're right. Because they're going to be taught by this younger generation. And then whatever old system that we had, the system of greed, the system of overwork, the system of grind, right? It's going to crumble, it's going to fall apart. It's always interesting when you take a look at history and how people in the 12th, the 13th, the 14th century, like the Middle Ages, the Dark Ages, right, where everything was terrible, understood the concept. When you take a look at, we could do several episodes of this. When you take a look at Emperor Justinian, right, when his dream was to create a unified, Roman Empire again, and he said one of the less known generals, but very, very, I don't want to say very, very good, but a general that was brilliant, a great tactician, and just a decent human being. He sent Belisarius first to Africa to reclaim, the Carthage that was in revolt, and then send them back to Italy. And there was a time when Belisarius took over Rome again and brought it into the fold. But he understood something. Undermanned. People aren't happy. He had some money, but nobody could actually do what they're set to do. Bakers couldn't bake. Carpenters couldn't work. So what did Belisarius do? He went and said, I'm going to put everybody to work. Even though there is nothing outside, I'm going to set everything here. And he put mills on a river. He started training people. And he said, you know what? I will give you the money. I will train you. You will find things to do. And he understood that because ethically he got it. He could have said, well, just live with it. And that's what most bosses nowadays do. They go well, it's my way or the highway. The problem is the highway right now is looking great. There's a lot more exits. The infrastructure of our current, my way or the highway, that highway, hypothetical highway, way better than the physical, infrastructure that we have. So businesses are starting to crumble. So this is what we need to look at. If people throughout history, without any, business books or leadership manuals, if they were able to understand these concepts, what in the hell is happening now? Greed? Anytime you add a human element to it, the one with no ethics, the one that wasn't taught ethics, right? Might make us right. Problem is there's always somebody stronger, right? And not everybody's going to turn the other cheek every time you slap them. We're not perfect human beings, right? You slap my cheek, I'll turn around and I'll hook you in your neck. Why am I going to turn the other cheek? So you could slap me twice? That's not how it's going to work. Ethics. Everything we do has has to be. The foundation must be ethics. How you take care of your employees. All the way up to marketing. If you're marketing to children, market quality. Don't just hype them up. Market to parents too. Are you afraid? Are you afraid that your product is so bad that you have to market to children to get their sensors going so they have to harass their parents? Or can you market to parents so a parent go, you know what? That actually can be pretty fun for my child to do. Give you a great example. My son loves to build. He loves to draw, he loves to build, he loves to run around too. Just haven't found a toy that makes him run all the time. But he's asking me about Minecraft. You know what? The kid loves to build. And I'm going to get it to him because it is a quality product. Because when it's marketed, it's not just marketed just toward the kids, it's marketed as a broad spectrum that I as a parent can take a look and make an educated decision and go, this looks fun, maybe not fun for me, but I could definitely see a benefit of this being fun for my son because I'm willing to put money for it because this looks like a product that has quality behind it or in it or how I would like to put it. So that's ethics in marketing, but what about ethics in business? Right? There's no such thing as a 40-hour work week anymore. I remember somebody telling me that. Oh, if you're on a break, we don't count that hours that you're at work. God, I want to take this microphone right now and throw it into the camera because that upsets me so much. So to break it down to all of you geniuses out there who are business owners and go, well, you're at break, I don't count that as you're at work. To everybody, upcoming business owners and upcoming employees, you leave your house at 8 to be at work at 9, and then you leave at 5. You're away from your house from 8 to 5. This is not a 9 to 5, or even you're away from your house till 6 because what time it takes to get you home. So business owners, your employees are away from their family, from their house. They're away from their activities, from the things that make them happy, not from 9 to 5 or 9 to 4 because the hours that you work. They're away from 8 to 6, some even longer. And then you sit there wondering why they want to leave and trash your company for a company that gives them less and still pays the same. Ethics. You're looking at it from the point of business, like predatory business going, well, they're only here working for this many hours, and you're not looking at the big picture. The younger generation that's going into the workforce is looking at the big picture. And they're better equipped. They understand things better. They capture things better. Their focus is actually a lot better than ours. Not for an extended period of time, but we don't need that focus for an extended period of time because this is no longer the society. And this is why you're having these issues. Look at it in entirety. And you need to think now, wow, okay, so this person is away from their family, or if they're younger, they're away from the things they love to do between 8 and 6 or 9 and 8, right? Whoa, they're there Monday through Friday, maybe even some on Saturdays. Hold on. They don't have any personal life. And everybody wants personal life. Why wouldn't they? Look at our world. We live in an amazing time. You got so much things you can be doing, be it on the internet, being outside, experiencing things, new things. You're taking away people's ability to experience and to live. But then you have a motivational poster like in a bag going, live life to the fullest. You're an idiot if you think people ain't going to pick up on that. Ethics. Think about it. Not just would you be okay with this, but would this be okay in a current world? And that makes you make some tough decisions, right? So once again, unless you guys bring ethics into the equation, nothing is ever going to change. You have to step back for someone who has climbed down from our ivory towers and take a look at what's going down. For some of us, just to take a look at your people, really take a look at them See what's going on. We can have a discussion on this for the next 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 shows. I would like for you guys to leave a comment. You want to leave it to me in Russian? Please do so. You want to leave it to me in English? Please do so. But let's have a back and forth discussion about ethics. And to end it all, let's say this. Just because you're a business owner doesn't mean you know your business better than the person that worked in that industry and just didn't get the chance to open it their own. Use your head. Guys, I hope everybody has a fantastic week, and I'll see everybody on the mats.